In this lesson, we will discuss what is the best way to structure SAP projects within ALM Octane from the application modules perspective. So there are different approaches to focus on when you are delivering SAP apps. So you may want to focus on the functional modules, are sales and distribution, financial accounting, controlling, material management. So and the other approach would be to really focus on the end business processes like procure to pay, order to cash, acquire to retire, plan to produce, and so on. So let's see what kind of impact it has on the heat map based on whatever approach you take. So this will just give you two examples. What could be the different approaches to structure the application modules in ALM Octane for testing SAP apps. So basically, this is the first approach where we have divided the first level ALM Octane modules and mapped them directly to the SAP functional modules. So here we have financial accounting, which is representing FI module. If you open up here, you will find some of the sub areas of it. You have controlling, CO, sales and distribution is SD. So basically you can build it like this. This is from my perspective the best way to do it because it will result in a heat map like this where you can exactly see what is going on. You have your SAP functional modules, what are the area which are impacted currently. So you can directly see it on one view. Also take a look what is happening basically here. So we have here in controlling, we have two filters which are applying, two criteria which are not met, and in environment, health and safety, we have one criteria which is applying here. So let's take a look here. What we have more than 1% last runs failed and one defect which is opened for this area. That's the reason why it is impacting here. And goods movement cannot be transferred. And basically this defect is also impacting the environment, health and safety, because there are also sub areas where are dangerous goods movement. On goods management, you need to make sure, and the defect is really impacting both areas here. So this is the first way to do it, to structure your SAP apps and SAP application in ALM Octane. The second approach would look like this. You have basically here your functional modules, sorry, not your functional modules, but end-to-end business process like record to report, procure to pay, order to cash, hire to retire, and so on. And you could basically use this approach to really drill down and see what's going on with the functional modules. It will work in the same manner. Here in this view, I have just more charts, but the most impacting thing here is about the structure is the application modules heat map. So you can see that here the heat map would look like really focusing on the business processes of SAP, like order to cash, procure to pay. We have here acquire to retire, and for sure also the same approach that the criteria which you can configure will be applied here directly. So this is the difference between the two approaches. You can basically decide what is the best approach for you. From the criteria perspective, I think you need to adjust a bit, maybe on the business process level. You need to increase the numbers, while as on the functional modules where you are really on one of the middle or lowest level, you can keep the numbers and KPIs and measurements low. But this is the approach, what I like for really dividing the application modules into functional areas of SAP. But this is also a valid approach, just going for the end-to-end business processes and monitor your SAP apps based on the currently implemented end-to-end processes within your SAP application.